Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm gonna make a quick little Battlefield 5 video here. I'm gonna be showing you guys a realistic soldier customization for both the Allied forces and the Axis. Uh, I mean, 'cause no offense, a lot of you guys running around in this game look like clowns. Uh, I feel like y'all are either completely neglecting your soldier customization because you just don't give a shit, or I mean, or you just don't know kind of what the troops looked like around that time. So I I typically choose between two variations. I like the common uh, European front kind of uniform, and I also like the desert front, the African uniforms. So I'm gonna cover that right now. Let's go into the assault class for the British here. Going to change appearance. And so this is what I would use on a map like Hamada. This is about as brown or desert looking as your uniforms can get. Because if you go in and like use these, like the Sandman, or I mean the desert camouflages, they still kind of have a green tint to them. So this is about as brown as you're gonna get. So for my assault here, to have a pretty realistic looking British infantryman, I'm using the Sandman for the top. The legs don't really matter. I wasn't gonna pay the extra company coin to match the Sandman with it. Uh, Pretty much your base level legs go pretty good with it. Uh, your Phantom looks alright, and your Highlander looks alright as well. So that's what I stuck with. And if in terms of your headgear, if you're going for the desert look, uh, the standard Brody is too green, so I recommend not using that. The winter Brody is alright, but the autumn Brody has the brown tint, so that looks more desert-esque to me. Everything else towards the bottom would be for another scenario. So yeah, here's my desert look. If, if you're gonna run the assault and you're gonna have him, in a map like Arras, uh, let's see. This uniform would still kind of be alright in Arras as well, and other kind of woodland maps, because this color scheme right here still has like some green tint to it, so it looks fine to me. But you could go for a more woodland look, and then you'd have to change out the helmet. See, this looks fine as well. Like summer of 1940 kind of look here, European front. All right, move on to the medic. I have him with this kind of long sleeve thing. To me, the best looking uniform is either like the Grifter or the Sandman, but I guess I can go with the I'm gonna go with the Grifter here. And I'll go with more of the urban kind of color scheme here. The Phantom, I can leave it with the Phantom. The Patriot's legs look a little too skin tight to me for my legs. Yeah, the Phantom looks good on him. And Winter Brody, let's see. Yeah, Winter Brody, keep that. So here, this is good. This is another kind of British look that I really enjoy. Uh, for me, the rolled up sleeves really sell it to me. When I think of like a, British uh, infantry, first thing that comes to my mind at least is the rolled up sleeves. You see that a lot with the ones that fought in Africa. But if you're going for the desert look, I mean, the one thing the game is missing for both the Axis and the Allies are the shorts. Uh, when the two countries, fought against each other in Africa, they often did wear shorts because, it was like really hot. And then you have like the long socks you often see him with. So yeah, here is for my medic. Let's see, kind of keep it similar for the support here. Let's try desert. Change the Highlander to the desert one. Swap out the MG42 for the Bren if you want to keep it completely authentic. And let's take a look. Yeah, I really like this as well. So this is basically kind of how I run with my British faction. Basically, they're all wearing the same uniform, other than they're either using like a woodland or a desert kind of camouflage scheme. But yeah, there you go. The customization where I really like is under the Axis. I think they have better uniforms, so their uniforms just look better. Again, I'm going to be starting with the Assault. And I also like the desert look for them as well. And the Mirage is like the most kind of neat looking, or like it's a trooper that's well kept. Keeps his uniform well kept. The other ones kind of just look like generic, other than the Gravedigger. Like the Paladin has like a lot of similarities to its counterpart for the Allies side in the game. They also have this overcoat. The Illusionist is that's pretty German, I guess. It's all right. But to me, the Mirage is the best one. I like to run one or two looks typically with the Germans, and I like to run kind of this neat look right here, and I also like using the Architect because it looks like they've been, you know, through the shit and they're war torn. You know, when you've been stationed out for a while and you don't really care about how well groomed your uniform is. So I like to run this as well. So let's see, Mirage, keep that neat. Yeah, the legs are fine. I would like to run. Actually, the Paladin looks best. I like the high boots. Yeah, that looks good to me. The Germans also wore face masks like this with their helmet. But you could also maybe run Silver Dagger if you have it. That doesn't look that bad. The only thing I don't like is that the helmet is white. If it was like a brown helmet, then you'd be all set to go. That's another thing I really don't like about the German Stahlhelms, is they don't let you change the color of the cap or the standard, because Africa Corps troops, they wore, you know, brown desert themed Stahlhelms. They didn't keep the green ones that they wore in Europe. And there you go. There's his look. I'm gonna move on to my medic here. With the medic, I like him to run with the cap, and I think I usually go with the Architect. The Architect looks cool with the medic to me. I don't often run a Luftlandtruppen a lot. I'll talk about these in a bit when I get to the support class, but after I unlock the rest of the camouflage schemes for the Aristocrat, I think this one would be more viable for me. It looks almost like a field officer's kind of light coat with the pistol holster on the side. In reality, I don't think officers in the field would be wearing this ridiculous thing. In all honesty, their uniforms would be more closely related to the rest of the infantry. The Mirage still looks good on him if you were to use the green here. This looks pretty nice. What else? The Aristocrat, I think, is the one that goes with the medic class. Or, I mean the Illusionist, sorry. This one's alright as well, but I don't think I'm gonna rock the Mirage for this one. I'll keep it as the Architect. Legs don't really matter here, but let's see. Since he's a medic, let's try something else with the legs. keep the illusionist boots. That looks better. Only thing I wish they did with the cap is, one, I wish you could change color, and two, I wish that they had the eagle on the forehead part of the cap, because that's what was originally on there. But I guess it's not politically correct enough. So be it. So yeah, here's my medic. I think he looks really nice. Doesn't look like a clown. Looks like he, you know, an actual German Wehrmacht trooper. And for my favorite class, let's go to the support. Oop. Actually, we can go with the MG34. It's more specific to the time frame in which the multiplayer takes place. And I also like to rock the architect for the support, because he looks like he's, you know, more rugged. You know, he's been in combat for a while. And looks good with the desert scheme as well. You could also rock it with the you know, the standard green here. It goes fine. I only rock the Hades helmet for this class. I guess if you didn't have it, you could do the standard helm, but if you wanted to look like you were in a desert, this wouldn't fit. And the reason why I'm so adamant about, you know, oh, do I look like I'm in a desert, or do I look like I'm in the woods, because I change my uniform according to like how the surroundings are in whatever map I'm in. And you can also try Mirage. This looks pretty good as well. Only these legs don't go good with the Mirage. You have to have like the boots here. So yeah, that looks good as well. And I don't mind using the Luftland for this class. This is usually the only class where I use this one for, but this doesn't really blend well into a lot of the maps in the game. Now, in terms of these down here, I'm just going to talk about these three. I only use these whenever I'm playing in an urban setting. So, like that destroyed version of Rotterdam, yeah, that's where I would wear one of these. Not so much this one, because it's just really bright and white, and it's also just kind of like a reskin of like this guy right here, the Paladin, so that's why I'm not that keen on the Silver Dagger. But the Hades is alright, it's got all this bullshit hanging from him. I guess it's just for the aesthetic. I do like the Retribution one, even though it's not like an epic, or yeah, an epic skin, and the legs that go with it. Or I usually go with these kind of blue pants with the Hades, and I like how that looks right here. This would be great if they had a nighttime map in the game. But I don't rock this as much as this right here is basically like my go-to uniform. Change that out back to here. Yeah, this is my go-to uniform for the support class. And there you guys have it. That's how I like to make my my troops look semi-realistic. You know, according to the background and the camouflage, and also, you know, what their uniforms actually looked like, or might have been, because, you know, some of them are a bit too, how should I say it, a little out there, like this one right here. I wouldn't wear this in this game, because I actually care about how realistic my guy looks. But that's all perspective and opinion, you know, how you like to make your guys look. It's just like, just kind of gets under my skin that some of you guys are running around and y'all look, your characters just look stupid. Like everything is mismatched, and you're like, you have like this, you're rocking this brown uniform here, but one of y'all might be wearing this helmet with it. Like, look how stupid this looks. So yeah, that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Maybe it gives you some ideas on how you can kind of accessorize your troops. And, you know, I'll catch y'all later.